Hello loves, hello my friends. How are you doing today? It's good to see you. It's good to feel you. Welcome to the video. I had a couple ideas for a video, and as I'm getting ready to take a trip today, which Source said yes do, because my intuition was like, I really feel like I want to travel, and I really feel like I want to go to this particular place where tomorrow's video will be from, Source willing. And I was like, what do I want to talk about? So Source said, talk about how you got in the body. How did I get in this body? So I am not the same being that was in this body when the body originally incarnated. Now, I have all of the memories, all the experiences, and I actually have the same higher self. But I'm much more, what am I going to call this? Dynamic. So I actually go by another name that my close friends call me, but Sarah's fine. Sarah's the name that came with this body. I am not interested in having long conversations about why I don't go by the name that was originally given to this body, and I have a lot more in common with the Sarah that was originally here than any other being on the planet. So Sarah had her spiritual awakening about, what do I want to say, like 14 years ago, something like that. I don't know. I have to go, like, I didn't put it on the calendar. Bing! After a life of trauma, abuse, and neglect that I don't really get into except when we're working together, because honestly, going into that doesn't really help anybody. It just, especially because most of the people I work with are empaths and trauma and abuse survivors, it's not that helpful to say, oh, well, this happened to me. Oh, that happened to you. We don't really need to compare notes. And in working with people and working with myself, pain is pain. And you can't compare one person's pain to another person's pain, because whatever someone's going through, it is the hardest thing that they have ever gone through, because it's the first time they're going through it. So there's not a lot of point in comparing it. Got a little off track there. We want to keep this a short video. Let's get back. So Sarah did about 10 years of therapy and 15 years of 12-step rooms once she approached adulthood, because she had to straighten a lot of stuff out. And she learned how to love herself. Her spiritual awakening came about because she learned how to love herself. And a lot of the fringe metaphysical experiences that she had, I also have access to. Not that most of them are very useful in my life, and I don't pull on them, and I really am not interested in them because I am focused on something else. So after she had her spiritual awakening, and it's not like some people have abrupt spiritual awakenings. Some people have very abrupt spiritual awakenings, and there can be all sorts of, there's a huge continuum. She had several years of experiences along that continuum, and she got to the place where there wasn't anything else for her to seek. She was content with being love in the world. That was her intent. And so she was just exploring some things, but she was rather, I'm going to use the wrong word, and somebody's not going to like it, but it's my word. She was very passive. I'm not the same. And she was actually doing some, I don't know what you want to call it. She was doing some work with her higher self one night. And the result was that she left and I came. I am not a walk-in. I am a different avatar of the same higher self. So this body houses all of the same memories. So I do have some of the same energetic complexes, some of the same issues that need to be addressed, some of the same parts, because a lot is housed in the body. And just because a different avatar comes in doesn't mean, for me at least, doesn't mean that everything totally shifted. There are other ways that I can totally shift to a completely different identity, Not interested in doing that right now because I honestly I'm not willing to make the free time to shut down my daily life in order to do that. Because it had been suggested actually just the other day, and I'll have to go back and talk to Source about it, but I am not a walk-in. I'm a different avatar of the same higher self. I'm much more dynamic. I have a lot more masculine energy. I would say I just express, she didn't quite have, it wasn't quite the same. She was more about surrender, and that's not where I'm at right now. So, not a walk-in, avatar of the same higher self. So it's a really different experience looking back. And it's also amazing because I get to pull on everything that she had. So I came and had all the same psychic skills, access to everything. What I did not have, and this is the important thing that I have been integrating and working on and bringing to light for the past, ever since I've been here, because in the beginning it was challenging, has been emotional control, integration, has been that, because it can wipe me out. So I had talked to my higher self about this, like, why do I have such a problem with this? My higher self was like, you're only, I don't know, I'd have to look back at it. When was it? Like 20, I don't know. It was like, I think that's my husband. He would remember. 2018 maybe, somewhere around there. So 2018, and it's 2024. So I'm 6 years old. I have the emotional regulation abilities of a 6-year-old. Well, they actually gotten better. In the beginning, it was extremely challenging because I had never regulated emotions before, and not in a bot. Oh my gosh, it was a hot mess. We're better now, still working on it. And Sarah, she could meditate for hours. She could sit all day. She could have been a monk. She could have just been there all day. Me, I did not like it. I struggled with 2 minutes years ago. I'm actually just getting to a place where I'm starting to realize the benefit of it, because instead I had been using other activities for the same purpose, which is also what I use with some of the people that I work with who also struggle with meditation. And we're going to take the word struggle out of there. We're going to say it's a challenge. Here we go. It's just because I also have to clean up my language because I'm 6 years old. So I'm a 6-year-old avatar who struggles with emotion regulation. Although I will tell you, I have been awesome. But compared to when I came in, I am doing a lot better. Compared to some of the environments that I'm in, nobody even noticed that I have any type of emotion regulation because I don't act out like that. It's basically things will wipe me out and I need to rest. So I'm learning how to keep myself a little more even, because I will run, and then, oh my gosh, I'm exhausted and I got to take a week off. That's my thing at the moment. So I'm going to be sweet to myself, and I am not going to do any work on this little getaway with my husband for 3 days. So I love you. I hope you're having a great day. Be kind to yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.